welcome Kristina Akomova, the Singapore-based actress, filmmaker, and founder of ATA, Authentic Transformation Academy. Kristina, before we get to hearing your story, can you tell us who your favorite actress is? Someone who shows real depth in her acting and she can really lose herself in a role, so much so that she's unrecognizable. For me, that actress is Jessica Chastain, the Oscar winner. Plus, she's an advocate for gender equality and racial diversity. She's not afraid to speak up and speak out.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm super excited and a bit nervous. Nice studio, by the way. I really like it.
Yeah, it is.
My favorite actress, I think Meryl Streep. She's a goddess of acting, right? She's so specific with her acting work, and she's always so unpredictable and spontaneous on screen. You know, I have an issue when I watch movies. I cannot switch off my actor's mind, and I always analyze and notice little things. But with Meryl, I think I just can really immerse into the movie and enjoy myself as an audience member.
Yeah.
And I love how powerful she is. You know, when she speaks, people really listen, right?
Yeah. Whether she's an actress, whether she's on the public stage, they sit up and they listen. Let's talk about you now, Kristina. What brought you to Singapore from Russia? Was it work, education, family, friends, adventure, or love, or everything, everywhere, and all at once?
My first trip to Singapore was when I was 9 years old with my family. And we fell in love with Singapore like instantly. We started coming to Singapore every year, escaping Russia's winters, you know.
Yeah.
And when I was 18, I moved here to pursue my acting degree in La Salle College of the Arts, and that was a very life-changing experience for me. You know, when my parents asked me if I wanted to go, and I said yes, I knew that it's gonna be something very special, and it was. I'm very glad that I did it.
Were you alone when you came here, or your parents were with you?
I came alone, and thinking about it back then, like, it was very courageous and brave. But I was 18, so you know, you're very brave when you're 18.
Did they help you with accommodation, or did you figure out everything yourself?
No, my mom and my stepfather, they helped me all the way, and I'm super grateful for them.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So once you graduated from La Salle College of the Arts, I noticed that you pursued a lot of well-received creative projects here because you're brimming with so much, you want to tell so many stories. But was it also in your plans, Kristina, to go to Hollywood or Europe to see how far you could take this, or are you still on your way to doing that?
Hello, my friends. I have amazing news. After 1 year, I'm finally doing my bestseller live course, Acting for Life, in Singapore. A course I only conduct once or twice a year, and finally, the live group, offline group starts this June 9th. If you want to improve your communication and make it more powerful, confident, alive, and free, if your work requires you to present, lead the meetings, communicate with people, and you want to sound high level instead of experiencing these cortisol spikes from stress and anxiety every single time, if you want to feel more confident on camera, speak more naturally, and express yourself more freely and confidently, and overall, if you feel it's time to reconnect with your body, your voice, and your presence, I would be very happy to see you in my studio this June. We will work with how a person enters the room, holds attention, uses their voice, manages their emotional state, and why communication starts long before the first words. The course takes place offline in my studio in Singapore. We work for 2 weeks, twice per week, and everything is designed in a way that your brain cannot hide behind excuses like, oh, I don't have any time, or maybe later. Finally, invest time into something that truly impacts your career. career, relationships, confidence, quality of life. Invest in yourself. Find the registration link below this video and book your spot, as we have limited spots, and see you in June.
After graduating from LaSalle, I was actively working as an actress in film, theater, television. I did some voice work, modeling, but at some point I felt like something was missing. It felt like I was constantly waiting for opportunities or for somebody to call me, for that phone to ring, and it was frustrating at times. Plus, being a Russian actress in Singapore, having that kind of accent, a different look, some people couldn't really put me in a clear category, or they didn't know how to present me. So that was frustrating, but I'm grateful for that experience, because then it pushed me into creating my own creative work. I started writing, producing, directing, and acting in my own theater productions and films. So I'm very grateful for that. As far as Hollywood and Europe, I've actually worked internationally already in Europe, Middle East, Russia. Not in Hollywood yet, but there are a few things brewing, so hopefully stay tuned. But for me, it's never about one place or choosing one place. It's about strong work, creating meaningful and strong work, and I believe that strong work travels the world, and I'm fine traveling anywhere if that means something to me, and the storytelling is very powerful, and I believe that I can bring something to the table, be it Japan, Hong Kong, New York, LA, Russia, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm a global artist. I see myself.
You definitely are. You're a global citizen, you're a global artist. You spent the best part of 2 decades, like you said, Kristina, in the acting industry, filmmaking and theater, behind the scenes as well, which you felt was very important for you to inculcate within yourself, because we always have to be as flexible as we can in any given industry. But I'm just wondering about this film of yours. I'm very curious about. It's called Regina. Some very, very powerful work from you. Can we watch Regina and your other films, streaming services, or on YouTube? Where can we see you?
Yeah, Regina is my latest film, which I wrote, produced, and acted in. And we shot it in Singapore, actually. It was very important for me to create some meaningful work for the community here. And we premiered at the National Gallery last November. It was one of the most beautiful moments in my life. And it felt like full circle, from being an actress searching for opportunities to creating something and presenting something of my own. It was very special. And yes, film is available online for free on Authentic Transformation Academy website. Yes, you can watch it now.
Regina has been loaded on your website.
Yes, and it's for free to watch.
What about your other films? Can we see them on YouTube, Netflix, other streaming sites?
Yes, the other film that I've produced in Hong Kong when I lived there is called Away, and it's an awarded film, multi-awarded movie. It's available on a Chris Production website, I believe, and yes, I can share some links with your followers.
Going back to Regina, Kristina, can you tell us what it's about, and why it's so personal to you? It's a 2024 film, so it's quite recent. And then I saw a trailer for it on YouTube, and it reminds me so much of the film Black Swan. And another thing I took note of is that you don't get to see a lot of pure female rage on TV and film. So it's good to see that very essence.
Yes, so Regina is a story about a woman who really struggles accepting her different parts of herself, especially the darker sides, the darker emotions. And she's trying to be, a good wife, convenient, and in the middle of all of it, she loses herself. And in the film, she's actually, I'm acting along another actress who plays the anger of Regina. But
that to me was the Black Swan part,
Yeah, the duality, right? But anger is not just the anger. It's all the sides, all the shadowy sides that she's been suppressing in herself. And anger is there not to destroy her, not to make any troubles, though she does. her purpose is to bring Regina back to herself. Like, look at me, I am here, I'm a part of you, and that's okay not to be perfect. It's okay to be you. So let's just accept each other and be happy. So how it was personal for me, I wrote this story after I become a mother for the first time, so you can imagine what kind of deep transformation I went through. I was asking all kind of questions. Who am I now? How do I balance my life? Being a mother, a woman, a wife, and where am I in all of that, soup? So it's not an autobiographical movie, but it came from a very, very deep transformation, personal transformation. And I can totally see how other women can relate to the movie, because femininity is seen as something very often, something soft, something gentle. And we believe that being angry, being frustrated, being powerful, it's just not safe. So we choose safe. But then femininity is also about sexuality, and sexuality gives you that creative power, that groundness, that fire, all the elements are there. So what I wanted to bring into this movie is that realization. Let's realize that femininity is not just this three colors, happy, soft, and gentle. We want to have a full access to the full palette, right? And that's okay, and that's normal. So
yeah, people see it as a precious flower. Women should behave this way on film, and if they break down and they cry and there's pure rage like what I saw in the trailer.
I agree with you. It's not, we don't get to see enough the pure female rage.
It's almost like this is witchcraft that's happening here. They must be possessed. Then they bring it back to the Salem witch trials, and or something that it happened to her. It's not really from her,
Yeah. But it's changing now. It's changing, and I'm glad to see beautiful movies, beautiful shows about, with female characters.
Like Orange is the New Black.
I haven't watched it.
Oh, is that?
I know Orange is the New Black. Yes, the
yes,
TV
yes,
series.
the TV
Yes,
series,
yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Lots of female representation there.
Yeah, and like we see so much rage in real life, right? Because of that suppression happening. So it doesn't have to be that way. I believe that if we accept all these emotions in the moment, it doesn't mean go and bang the tables or push somebody. It's just learning to sit down with your emotions, breathe through them, accept them, and say, yes, this is me. I'm a part of it, and that's okay. That takes a lot of courage nowadays, right?
Yeah.
And I hope that we are moving towards that direction.
I think we are. I think things are slowly progressing from there and unraveling too. Kristina, you went from fronting the camera and then to more behind the scenes roles, and sometimes concurrently together as a director, playwright, producer, and the founder of Chris P Production. But when did it occur to you that executive training could become a part of your business as well?
Well, I never moved away from acting. I kind of did it simultaneously, acting, producing, writing. I was wearing so many hats. And acting for me, is the study, is like science about human behavior, right? And it's a study of yourself that never ends. And the shift that happens from, creating my own productions to executive training happened during COVID, when we couldn't work, all the theaters were closed down. So I started teaching acting classes to actors initially. But then there was something very fascinating that non-actors started joining, and they were all from different backgrounds: lawyers, doctors, entrepreneurs, IT specialists. So, and they were all hungry for connections and connection to yourself even. So I noticed that the tools that we use in acting, working with the body, with the breath, with awareness, presence, emotions, they were all so powerful for non-actors as well. And non-actors could understand it so deeply even without the acting background. And that's when I realized, oh, it clicked with me that acting is not just for actors. Acting is like a universal language.
Because we're all acting at work, aren't we, Kristina?
Yes, exactly.
Right?
We're not only at work, in life. We're acting all the time.
True,
like
true.
now, I am an interviewee. I will go home. I will be a mother, a wife, and it's okay to wear these roles and masks. But it's also important to become aware of what masks are not serving you anymore and just let go of it or transform it into something else. And this is what we do in our training at ATA as well.
That's fascinating. That's truly fascinating. She's using both her right and left brains. I'm with actor and producer Kristina Parkomova. She's the founder of the Authentic Transformation Academy, ATA, a dedicated space for non-actors seeking personal and professional transformation through acting. Check out what she does at theataacademy.com. So it's theataacademy.com, or just look up Authentic Transformation Academy, or look out for them on social media as well. I'm Melanie Olivero. This is Culture Club on CNA 938.